welcome to Sleeping Dragon's Wake. I think it's episode 12 we're on now. And last time we were on Sleeping Dragon's Wake, fighting the bandits and the undead that were keeping locked up was a daunting task for all of our party. You made it back to Leilon, the sounds of the fishermen pulling in their nets, stopping at the inn to have a pint as they walked into the growing town. Well, Tio also went to the inn to look for some companionship and to look at the prize he looted at the fort, with no luck much on either of those ventures. But he did get some gold for his trouble, and he made his way to Aubrey's shop, where he gets his cards he wanted and found some solace in Aubrey's company. Zenora and Velfi went to the land at the top of the hill. They have a deeper discussion about things. Velfi finds them some dinner, and they discuss over drinks, as do Nat and Tar, talking about her father, and he reveals a secret he's been keeping. Ema joins Marigold and Gary on their trip to the little home they have together for the night, and you all received a long rest. So that is where we had left, and it is morning now. Tio woke up in a room of nice furnishings, grabbed his cards, made his way to the town. I'm assuming you all meet in the center before you go to the town hall. I'm assuming Ema.
Ema, Marigold. Walk with Marigold.
Sonara would already be waiting at the steps of the town hall. She would have gotten up early before anyone else.
Zenora, Velfi, and Tio, can you make a con save for me? Oh, also Zenithor. You had some catnip-laced liquor. You need to beat a 10. Make it nice and easy. Tio did fairly well for himself. Velfi.
Sonara got an 8. She's not feeling too great.
Zenithor catnip seems to do well for you. Zenora, you're not used to drinking, so that kind of does make sense that you were feeling like, oof, a bit off today. And, we'll put you guys into the town hall. They've been working outside, cleaning up the outside of the town hall. You see the shops along the left. You see the market stalls moving in. You have your quest of the bandits on the paper. You know that you can turn that in for your reward.
Did you find companionship, Tio?
I certainly did. It was a fine night last night. I've got... He sort of grabs into his pocket and he thinks better of it. He's like, yes, very good. And yourself? All of you, in fact.
Quiet night of drinking. No, thank you.
Now, let's get this quest handed in and see what they have to say, and need to figure out what we're going to do next.
The people are seated at the long table. Jack Torvar is talking about building a tannery and recruiting some people in the market. Marigold's rubbing her forehead, and Valdi is sitting there, kind of turning something in her fingertips, kind of like a coin. You're not sure what it is. Looks like a little orb, almost, underneath. Very casual. And Griselda is writing in her notes. She looks up, and she sees you. Ah, you guys are back already. You seem to be getting better at this. How did you fare?
Nate pulls out the notes that he took off the Master Thief and puts them on the table in front of the council. And, well, it didn't fare as well as what it appears. I think we dispatched the bandits. So that's taken care of. There was more than what we bargained for. We were able to, with some good reconnaissance from Zenora and Velfi, we found a couple of areas where we could exploit using fire to distract some of the bandits. Getting inside proved a little bit difficult, but we got there, and at the end of the day, we ended up going into a battle. Very tough battle, but everyone pulled through very well, especially Marigold. She did very well. And there was some undead. Some zombies, ash zombies, and some looks like ogre zombies as well. We were able to trap them in. Zenora was able to use some very effective magic to dispose of those that we managed to trap in, and what we didn't, we are assuming has been destroyed or consumed by the fire, but we're not 100% sure. Like I said, the battle didn't really go our way, so it was wise for us to retreat while we could.
I would suggest perhaps a cleanup crew with lots of radiant ability to perhaps go up there to make sure it's dispatched. I would hate to see any come to town.
Valdi says this source of undead is a bit troubling. Why are bandits storing undead?
They were looking after them for some lich.
Lich or a necromancer, brother. I think it's in the notes. He's being very modest. We did excellently. There is some cleanup to do. This is a very nice rug you've got here. Oh, sorry.
You see a mage hand go up in front of you, Tio, with like at the table, between you and the table, in a lovely purple, and go like this. And Griselda says, well, I've no doubt that you took care of it. We could send some of our patrols to clean up, if you like. They don't have any magical skills, but we've been getting some more armaments from Vilfin and Mavina, so we should be able to take some down. They could use the practice, honestly. But, like Valdia says, the reason for just making zombies so close to town, it's either attacking Fandolin, or it's for attacking one of us. So if you get any more word on that, we definitely will pay for your time. This other quest that we didn't order, we can't figure out who put it up. But like we said before, it seems like it would be a good idea if you can convince this dragon to give us some kind of sign, maybe, for the undead coming. That might help us.
As of tomorrow, I will be going up to Fandolin. I have some personal matters to deal with. I can always ask at Fandolin, since that's where we first encountered the undead. See if there's any reconnaissance up there.
I suggest you all go together. The roads are getting more rough, and Talos' cultists aren't gone. strength in numbers. We can
I
be
would-
here.
I would also like to go to Vandalin anyway. And I would like to take Marigold and Guru with me.
Taking
So-
your family. Marigold, have you talked to Marigold about this?
I have.
She kind of nods and Valdi kind of looks at her to the side. Alright, so you're going to Fandolin, Valdi says. I suggest you don't go alone. So you and Ima, or all of you, be careful.
The reason why I'm going tomorrow, and well, why I suggested tomorrow and not today, I have a personal request from the council. And she's going to look back at Valfi, take a deep breath, and look at the council again. I need to deal with some personal issues regarding the tower. Would you mind if you gave me access to it, please? I would like your permission. I feel I need to go to where I died and at least resolve that, if that's okay.
Well, right now, the tower is being turned into a barracks. So
I realize that, which is why I asked for permission.
it's a bit restricted, but we can talk about it once you finish this mission. So it's going to be a while, which should be enough time for you to go in there once it's all cleaned up.
I appreciate it. I was kind of hoping to go today, but I appreciate you allowing me to do so later. Thank you. And she'll nod her head and say, I will leave you be. And she'll walk out of the thing.
The matter of finding this green dragon, after talking to Tanzin's Tar, I understand there's two ways: there's by road and by boat.
Growler, whoops, almost called her Growler. But Griselda is going to pipe up. It's a bronze. The Maroon Toast is a bronze. She used to guard the seas with her scaly eye crew, and she hasn't been heard from in a very long time. So, if you're going to the bronze shrine like it had mentioned, then you would be taking one by sea. You could go over the cliffs, but there's several tribes up there I wouldn't like to tangle with. There's a rumor that there's an entrance under the water, as the bronze do like their ocean coastal settings. And I don't know of another entrance that's rumored around there. I've not heard anyone find it, so. High tide's at noon and midnight, so you could probably reach the sea one in between. Valdi can get you a boat.
I think from what I understand, boat is probably the safest way.
It's easier to access, that's for sure. Plus, if you're going to greet a dragon, I think it's best she sees you coming. She was on good terms with the swords of Leilon, I heard, hundreds of years ago. They're the ones that made her shrine on the coastal cliffs, so maybe mentioning them might help.
Very well.
All right. Here's your payment. And Marigold will get up at that and get 1,000 gold from the supplies. and a bag and pass it across the table. There you go. I don't need any share or anything. I'm just happy to be able to get the experience that I needed. It was an experience. Definitely.
I'm sure you don't want to accompany us on this one as well, Marigold.
No. I think, going to Fandolin will be nice. And then I'll probably just take a break and sit with Gary for a while. Help him with his studies.
It's a shame, but I understand.
I mean, you know what? Talk about it amongst yourselves, and if you guys come up with it by the time you get back, we'll see.
Valley, at some point I'd like to have a word with you regarding, I believe you might be able to help me with a certain matter.
Oh. After the meeting, if you want to catch me. Before you go.
Okay.
I'm just casing that wall, just like
The mage hand just
No,
sits
just-
there.
thinking of possibilities, for some aggressive acquisition.
I knew that would tempt you. Yes, Ema. What was it?
No, I noticed that he was standing next to the pile of gold.
No, that was funny.
I was waiting for the sleight of hand check to
Like,
just come up in the
yeah.
background.
Velfie, as you guys go outside, you hear a familiar phrase in Draconic that means brother. Over by the tree. And leaning against the wall is your sister, Velfie.
Oh, really? She's got to be here. No. Oh, fine.
Brother.
It's okay, Velfie. Go.
I have come to see what you have conquered. Help make your necklace.
Hang on. Where'd I put the list?
Not all rewards and prizes are the same size.
So I have a giant shark's tooth, orc leader tooth, master thief's tooth, lion tooth, goat tooth, and a dragon tooth.
Okay, well, how would you like? I can make weapons from the parts and leave a shavings of teeth for your necklace, or I could just make the shavings in a pattern and leave you the rest.
A weapon sounds good.
You want bone handle daggers or
Sword.
tooth handle sword? Ooh, yeah. The dragon tooth would be good for that. How are you faring?
It's different. Not what I expected.
Why?
They drink a lot. Did you know that?
They like to be underwater, but in the belly. Yes.
It's weird.
Is it? Well, you drink too, or you,
I'm
Yes.
trying to. But it's different. They don't have snacks. They don't like finger snacks.
Finger
they
food,
don't.
yeah.
Yeah, they don't like that.
I noticed that. But, they like animals, so...
Yeah. Not much else.
I have expected you to be dressed in funny clothes by now. A little hat.
No, definitely not. No.
No?
No.
Give it time. Next time I see you, you'll be wearing a hat. We could put your teeth along the hat. Huh?
Can Sonora roll to see if she heard putting him in a little hat comment?
I mean, she's not talking low. She is softly spoken. But yeah, you can roll, we'll say a 15. See if you catch all the words.
No, I'm missing something in the translation.
All right. Well, I will be back when you next get more. Where are you going?
To see a dragon, I think.
Dragon teeth are nice.
More weapons.
Yeah. They'll help the tribe. All right. Say hello. And she turns around, and on her backpack is a little head peeps out of the flap. It is your little niece, Cinder. And she pops her head back down. Yes, that's great, brother. Thank you. All right. We will be seeing you at the ritual. Next week.
Sorry.
That's so funny. All right.
As,
Thanks, Grim.
as Cinder pops her head back down, Sonora's going to do a little tiny flame, and as if to do twinkles.
She has, you see two little hands and little eyes, like, ooh, out of the flap. I will return later. You have, this town is very busy. It's making me a bit feeling crowded.
Be safe, sister.
She puts a hand on your shoulder and nods as she leaves, and she waves to Emma and Zenithar and Tio. She doesn't really recognize Tio too much, so she kind of double takes. She remembers a Minotaur was with you guys.
I'm going to whisper into another brother. You're growing on me.
You have many too. I have just one pain in the ass. In Draconic. She says.
Yeah. And Sonora would be talking in Draconic as well. They all are, aren't they? Brothers are always pains in the asses.
He thinks I'm a pain in the ass too, so you know.
Anyway, and she's going to do a little fire thing again. To Cinder.
Cinder, what have you learned? And she does a little, like, poof, a little smoke from her hand as she's still learning. And you hear a little, ah, and under the flap. Because she's not met a lot of people in town, so she's being shy. And you see her take her stick to walk with and go off into the trees. You guys have the day. Do you guys need anything, or are you all mutually agreeing? You still have your horses. I will put you back outside. You still have your horses. You have 3 to take with you. It's kind of an unspoken agreement. They are now yours, should you choose to go that way. Or you can do some things in town. Valdi had said she will be finished. She starts walking out. Marigold's also walking out.
Nate would hand everyone in the team 200 gold from divvying up the 1,000 gold in the bag.
And Emma would hand everyone 15 gold, including Marigold, and he'd force it on her.
I don't want it.
But if you're not taking it, I'll put it into your pocket.
I'm just gonna, I'll buy Gary stuff with it. No, Puck is over at the shrine. He guys sees you. He's standing outside. He's like, hey, do you guys need any potions for your trip? I've got a new supply. If you need them, you know.
Absolutely, my dear fellow. Show us what you have.
I'll have more probably tomorrow if you want to wait. It takes a while to make these. I'm really sorry. For an elf, I'm not. I try to be meticulous and get it just right. You don't want your potion going awry, you know? So.
I'm buying stuff on Radilac's dime.
I know, I saw Radillac. I'm like, wow,
I'm like, Tio's loaded. Why are you taking money from Radillac? Poor Radillac.
just bill me. Just bill him. Valdy goes up to Nate. So, did you want to talk now, or do you want to talk when you get back?
Probably be wise if talk when we get back, because I think this is probably a conversation that's going to take some time from not only myself but you as well.
Am I in trouble?
No. In matter of fact, Tar suggested.
Oh, I'm definitely in trouble.
No, you're not in trouble. Tar suggested that I need to come speak with you about. And, he's looking around and says, look, she thinks that you might be able to help me with something.
Just can't keep a secret in this town, can we? Yeah, well, if it is what I think it is.
Well,
all right.
When I get back from this dragon.
What dragon are you talking about? Well, I'm going to Fandolin tomorrow. So, you come.
Look, I understand you need to go to Fandolin. But I understand you got personal matters. But we also got this mission that we need to complete as well.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to be doing this first. I'm sorry if it's selfish, but I need to do this. And
I understand that, and don't forget, I was in the middle of a mission where Tar disappeared and I had to do that above her.
Get your self-righteous ass and just stop. This was my mission to begin with, and I have neglected it way too long. Filthy.
I'm not being self-righteous, Zenora. I am just saying that we've got a pressing matter as well that we need to attend. And if we delay, we don't know what consequences that may have.
I will go to Fandolin by myself and you can go.
All I'm just saying is that we've got this to go to.
And I'm more than willing to meet you there. But I am going to Fandolin tomorrow. I already have my mission, and I told you this before that even came up. So. And she's gonna grab Velfi's arm. Notice how I didn't dub you into your sister? In Draconic.
What do you mean by that? In Draconic.
And then turn around and said to the you think she's a pain in the ass.
She knows.
Yeah, I know. They know. And I'm walking probably away somewhere.
Amos will go with Sonora when she goes. And he wants to take Marigold and Gary.
You sure about this, Ema? Do you really think this is a good idea? I mean, I can stay.
I don't know. I want to make sure, see if he's there. I need to do this.
So she's like, do you remember anything about that memory you had?
Not really. It's sort of. I do remember that was sort of seen around a fireplace, but not really.
I mean, if we knew what he worshipped or anything, maybe I could help find a temple, people that we could kind of connect the dots. So, you know. All right.
Well, if he's been around, then surely somebody there would have seen him.
Well, yeah, they don't have guards or anything in Fendolin, so why they don't have guards in Fendolin? A lot of stuff happens there.
But there can't be too many places he can stay.
Yeah, that's true. I just want to make sure Gary stays safe, that's all. Like, the roads aren't safe, so...
I want him to be safe too, but I also want to spend time with him.
True.
As much as I hate to say it, I didn't actually come to Leilon to be a questing person. So, I need to do what I came here to do.
So Nora wants to... She's going to check to see, and I know he's not because Radalak's not back. Go to check to see if Villafun is at the Dawnhammer.
Alright.
But because Radalak's not back, I know that he's not. So she'll go and talk to Mavina.
So you go over to Mavina. You hear the hammer clanking down, and she's like, "Oh, how are you?"
Hello, Mavina, is Vilfin here?
Oh no, he's gone, looking for your friend.
I'm glad. I didn't want Radalak to go alone.
Yeah, he made a promise or something. They said so. He's off. He really wants to adventure with you anyway. I think he's just being stubborn ass that he is.
He loves you greatly, Mavina.
Yes.
It was something that he struggled with.
Yes. He'll be back.
Have you noticed, has Vilfin been... How does he deal with the tower being so close?
How does he deal with what? Being so
The
close.
big thing. And I'll point to the tower.
No. I don't know. I've never really asked him. That might be something that you two have to talk about when he gets back.
Yeah, I was going to ask him. I also wanted to ask, I need something, that it's worth 500 gold pieces, but I need a dragon inscribed on it, and Vilfin is so proud of your work. I was wondering, if you have anything. It needs to be a dragon, and about 500 gold pieces worth.
What kind of metal or gemstone do you fancy?
Just has to be 500 gold. An item.
I can see something up, I betcha. So, leave it with me.
Thank you very much. I discovered that I could do something, but I need the material for it. So, thank you very much, Mavina.
Yeah, no.
Please tell Vilfin that we do miss him. I miss his grumpy ass.
I don't miss his grumpy ass. You need to take him with you.
How badly is he moping?
He's moping pretty badly. His beard's growing and he's getting uncomfortable, so he needs it burnt off again.
Say the word and I'll try to accidentally do it. I really am sorry that I did it the first time.
He'll be fine.
Anyway.
She pats you on the shoulder. And she keeps hammering away. And you guys have a little chat. And
And
Yeah.
I'll walk away.
anything more? All right. What would Tio be doing, you think?
He probably would go back to Aubrey's at night. He's keeping an eye on Zenora, for a bit,
From
sort
a,
of umming and ahhing about whether to have a conversation with her, and he decides not to, and he sort of slinks back to Aubrey's later in the day.
make an investigation check for me, but it's gonna have to be very high, like an 18 to beat. Oof. When you go there, you see a flicker of something like a haze go across the shop, and then it stays still. But Aubrey's in there. Not much else. He seems pretty busy. Do you let it go and pass by, or do you go in?
Let it go.
Zenithor, do you go back to the hill where Tar is at? Or how do you spend your day?
That's a good question. Actually, what is the council doing at this point?
Griselda is outside. She's gonna be, I'll move her. She's gonna be talking with Puck. Valdi is going off to the boardwalk, and you can make me an investigation check if you like to see if you notice anything with her.
All right.
And she is in an argument. Looks like hands are being moved around in gestures. Either an argument or an intense discussion with Stans and Tar. Down by the way. You see people coming and going. You see...
Nate definitely will not go there.
No?
No, not even to go in and listen on. It's kind of like, nah, that's kind of like, even he knows that's kind of like, nah, that's not a place for him to be right at this point. So,
You see Marigold then walks up over there with Gary. And we're seeing Gary, they kind of calm down their discussion. And Tar walks off towards the docks. And Valdi and Marigold stay talking. Other than that, guards are going by. Haz is yawning and stretching and pretending like he's on patrol. Going back and forth across the gate. But not really. You see him like roll kind of a cigarette kind of a thing, light it, look around, and then he sees Griselda walk quickly away toward another gate. The typical goings on. Velfie, where are you?
I've been following Zenora around.
Following Zenora around. All right. Anybody else for their day?
So Zenora will go back up to the hill, and as it hits evening, she's going to scry.
All right.
She's going to set everything up, and she's going to sit down and do fire into the bowl. And as she sits there, she's going to focus on Marth. to see if she can find him.
All right. Make an. I wonder if I should do Arcana or Investigation, because I've been hitting Investigation pretty hard lately.
Investigation's better for me, but that's actually no. To be honest, they're about the same. So
I will let it be your choice to see if you're trying to concentrate more magically or you're trying to concentrate more on Marth.
Magically.
All right.
I'll do Arcana, because
All right.
Arcana's actually better. Sorry, wrong character. 15.
All right. As you start in, you feel pain almost in your chest, and then it subsides. There's nothingness, and you see fire, and then you see blackness.
Hacks it away. Gets up. Walks around. Wonders if she should go and speak to Tio. And then just sits there on the hill, like in a near the thing.
During the day, Ema's going to take out all the carrots from his bag and he's going to hang them on his clothesline.
On a clothesline.
Yep.
All right.
Drying the carrots out.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
As you do, of course.
And he'll spend the day with Marigold and Guri and wherever they happen to be, and spend the evening with Marigold and Guri.
All right.
When Tio realizes that Aubrey's preoccupied, he'll go up to the hill.
I'll be with Zenora. And then seeing Theo, whatever you're calling yourself, I look to Zenora and say, Indraconic, your brother's here.
He's not all bad, Velfie. Not all good either. But not all bad.
It's frightfully rude to talk in a language that someone you know is here can't speak.
And she'll turn around and say, Leonin, really? Would you prefer this?
And then Tio says something back in Abyssal.
Damn it. It's infernal, I know.
And he just says to Zenora, I noticed, you know.
Noticed what?
Your eyes, the look of someone who's seen the other side.
Yeah. Yes. I did die. Marigold brought me back.
That explains a thing I was wondering.
You remember the dwarf fellow? That, from the Dawnhammer?
Oh yeah, short, grumpy fella. So a dwarf.
He also died that day too.
And yet you are both here.
I did something I'm not sure whether I regret or not. I hope you don't mind. I, scryed on Mars. He has made it to the other side. But I don't think he's fully there, is he, Theo?
Yeah, he sort of twitches a bit. It's like, I'm not sure.
I feel like you're carrying him. What? And you can tell your little sister to fuck off if you like, but what is it that holds him to you? What is it that makes you have to have him there?
We're inseparable. You know we were inseparable.
Did you want to be?
There was a time before Zenithor was born where he was kind. I know you
find
don't
that-
believe me, but changed him.
And then I came along and made it even worse. I'm sorry my birth caused you so much pain, Theo. Apparently it causes a lot of people pain.
Wasn't quite like that, Z.
You called me Z.
Yeah, it's catchy.
Thank you, Theo. Why did you go along with him? With what he said? Why did you never intervene? Why did you hold me down? Why? It, there was... I remember, and I'm glad. I remembered something when we went to fight on the island, on the boat. A memory. You two didn't see me, or maybe you did and you didn't mention, and if that's the case, thank you. But you said to Marth that you wanted to be a pirate on the sea. And you did it, didn't you? And I remember his scoff and his snort and dismissal.
He didn't approve of a lot of the things I wanted to do.
So why did you go along with him when he didn't support you?
Because I needed him. Or I thought I needed him. And picking on you was easy.
So
And it
thought.
made him less irritable. I must confess, I enjoyed goading Nate far more.
He does have a temper. What's the man? That's saying something. He broods, I yell. Do you want to come with me to Vandalin, or do you want to go to the dragon thing? It's up to you.
I was planning to go to Phandalin. I don't understand our brother's purchase for the people of this town until you mentioned what Marigold did.
They brought me back to life. They prayed. They prayed for Wilfin and myself. I owe a debt to this town. I watched half of Leilon be slaughtered, buried, die because we were just that little bit too late. It's a penance that I have to bear.
You carry that weight, do you?
I carry a lot of weight.
They aren't your responsibility, you know. People die all over the world. Will you carry that too? You weren't there, they died.
I think that's the problem. Maybe if I'd been there, they wouldn't have died. Not to say we didn't get the bitch, but... you know. There's atonement, but at the same time, it wouldn't bring them back. Not for the world. There's too much... To bring someone back, you leave something behind. That's why I wanted to go to the tower. That's where I died. Didn't see them. They came from behind. And the last thing I saw was Nate, the Ema, and Radlak. I saw Wilfin go down. And then everything went dark. And then there was this lie in the darkness of these gates. Of a happy pride with all of our family, all accepting. And it was a lie. I knew it was a lie. It wasn't real. That was hell. That was my torture. Did I do something so wrong that they decided that that was to be my afterlife? I didn't see anyone other than Thea. It was as if they made it so she was dead and she wasn't. I was never so relieved as to see her living. I am lucky that those I thought were safe, and then those that I thought had died, are back. I'm sorry for Mouth. I truly am, deal. But you don't need him. You are your own person. You always were. Always.
Think too much.
I do. I see too much as well. How was Aubrey? I can't sleep in without camouflage. I'm sure you've noticed.
We'll get you over that. We could go to the tower now if you like.
Not without permission. I really don't want to deal with Haas.
Permission.
I know, right? But if I get caught by Haas, I may just have to accidentally push him off the tower. I'm sure he'll be a great loss to the town. Sonora's trying so hard not to laugh at that.
Are you guys being quiet, or does everyone hear you?
Vilfi may hear us, but that would be about it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know whether anyone came back.
No, he wouldn't be there immediately. He would have noticed Tar walking off, and that's where he would have gone.
As I just put in chat, Ian was the 200 gold that he got from the quest he put into his stash at Marigold's house, buried in her garden.
Does
Just
she see you? Let's see.
She would know.
Okay, I was gonna say.
He's effectively told her that should he die, that's for her to raise Kerry for him. And in general, he has no concept of value, so.
Alright. Gary's like, why is he hanging carrots and digging? I told him he shouldn't dig an open bot. And Marigold's just like, shh, just let it go. And keeps stirring her dinner. Xanathor, you go to the docks. Tara is sitting there, dangling her feet, her tail, off the edge, sitting, looking at the water.
Nate just walks where she's sitting and just literally just sits down next to her. And you okay?
Hey, odd stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
You okay? Sure.
You know, doing as much as I can. Not sure whether it's just not sure, you know. Sometimes it just makes you wonder whether the grand picture is actually worth it in the end.
I mean, you have pretty high hopes. You want to fight a god and save the world, starting with Leilon.
I don't want to save the world. I just want to destroyed Talos.
Oh, yeah, that's different. Not as much pressure. You know. I just want a ship. The Dancing Delight 2, maybe. Destiny 2? Destiny's Edge? I don't know.
And that's gonna require a lot of aggressive acquisitioning.
I know. I don't really want to steal from Leilon. I feel like they'd pretty much know it was me, so... I didn't say steal. I meant... Yeah, well... acquisition.
I didn't hear anything.
Nope. Valdy says you want to talk to her, so I take it you're gonna get some lessons in, maybe?
Oh, I mean, I don't know exactly what Valdi can help me with. You only just said that I need to talk to her, so that's what I asked.
Yeah, she can help you with your hot stuff hands, you know. Your flame on, your mate, yeah. Figure out what's going on with you.
Yeah, I like to figure out what's going on with me as well.
Maybe it's a trait of your family. I mean, your sister does fire. Maybe does Tio do fire?
No, I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of. But see, the difference is Sonora's able to control what she can do. I've never been able to do that. This is why I've kept it dormant. Now it's just decided to rear its head again. I don't know what that means.
Maybe you just need to be taught how to control it.
I tried that and I failed.
That's because you don't know how.
No. When my sister was training, I was training alongside, and I was not as proficient with the skills as what Sonora was or is. So I stopped. And I kept it, just buried it away. As if I couldn't control it, that's a wildfire asking for trouble. And now it's back. Out of nowhere. It's back. You kind of saw how difficult it was for me to control that. But as I said, I'm willing to do anything to take Talos down for what he did.
Yep, you're a paladin, all right.
Not by choice.
Dave, maybe you should just embrace it. Embrace who you are. It's who you are.
I don't know whether that is actually a good idea.
For you or for the bad guys?
Yes.
All right. When you coming back?
Well, it appears the team has personal business in Fandolin to take care of first, so we're not heading out anytime soon until they return. As desperate as I am to get this done, I'm not stupid to go and walk into a lion's den. I'm prepared.
I asked Valdi to pilot you guys there. I want her to give me a shot at another ship. You know, just to take you guys there and back. If you need to. So, I'll work on her. And by the time you're done and ready to go, maybe there'll be a boat rental. I can sail you there and back.
I'd rather not go
Where?
to Fandolin.
You gonna stay?
I have no business in Fandolin.
Alright. I'd say you can help me convince Valdi, but I don't think... Well, I mean, you're pretty charismatic.
Yeah, not the only one that has said that.
She gets up,
Like,
takes your hand, pulls you up.
and he stands and sort of just walks close by her as we head up to the hill.
She's gonna shoulder bump him teasingly. You know how it is.
And gently returns on back.
I'm just listening to the dribble that the siblings are going on about. Just sit there listening to ramblings.
Taking it in.
Trying to work out, really, I'm with this group.
You saw the fire poof from your niece. Your sister, she knows that you do like the magic as well. And you think about that magic running through your family's veins as you drift to sleep listening to the two siblings talking. You guys don't need a long rest because you just had your day and you didn't use anything that I know of. So morning greets you all. Gary's very excited. He's got a little backpack ready of leather, whereas he took his coloring pencils and a notepad, and he's trying to talk Marigold into taking a dagger, but she's saying he's too young. So they're having an argument in the kitchen, and he's like, Emma, I am an adventurer. You tell her I need this for protection.
Oh, you've got us to protect you.
I know, but who's gonna protect you? Me.
The horse.
Well, maybe the horse needs a dagger. And he's arguing some more with her. Where do you guys meet? Do you know to meet at Emma's, or do you go to the hill to meet them?
I think we'd go to the hill to meet them. I'd say we'll put Gary on the horse and me and Marigold will walk the horse.
Nate will walk up to the group and he says, look, you guys go on the Fandolin. This is something that you all need to do. I understand that. I will stay here. I will make preparations so that when you all return, we are ready to go.
Ever the supported brother. Make sure that you work on Tar and her fear of water.
You see Emma, Marigold, and Gary. And Gary's like, I'm going!
I know.
Taking a child with us?
I'm old enough to defend myself. I just need a weapon
Have you got any weapons on you?
No.
I think I might have a spare.
I have pencils. I can use javelin pencil. You
Could
have a...
stab someone out with a pencil, yes.
Mine are good.
I think I have something here. he's like eyeing off like Ema and Marigold. He's like, I must have left it in my other jacket.
Gary's eyes get wide because he's very excited, and then he gets clearly disappointed in you.
And I materialize one of my soul knives and proceed to hand it to him.
Oh.
And as soon as he touches it, it disappears.
What? That's not very nice. What's your name? I'm Gary.
Monster.
That's not very nice. You're a monster. Nate, do you see them off as they go, or do you walk away?
No, he'll make sure, he'll go and see them off and whatnot, and just watch as they head down off the road and wait until they basically disappear out of the horizon.
All right. You guys journey to Vanillin. You have a ranger on you. I will ask the ranger to make a series of survival checks. Make your first survival check, please, Ema. Not bad.
Good, really.
Not bad. The first leg of your trip is doing well. Gary's asking questions. It's not being annoyingly so, but he is like very excited. This is his first big trip. Marigold is answering all the questions, but she's looking at you like, please, Ema, take over on this one. Make another one for your middle leg. Ooh. All right, so the middle leg, you start hearing a faint tinkling of bells. You're crossing by a stream, so taking the shorter way so you can get there before dark. And as you're crossing by the stream, you see these sprites with wings pop up and start giggling at you. And we're going to take a break, and then we're going to go into a random encounter. So I want to thank you guys for joining us. We're going to take a brief coffee break and a potty break, and then we will come back. And we're going to have our one-shot tomorrow. Please don't miss it. It is called Upside Down. It is taking place in the Underdark at 11 Australian time a.m. You guys see before you some sprites, followed by some very fae-like creatures in the colors of the forest. As they are wandering around and looking at you, they stop. The sprites have tiny weapons, and they are giggling at you. Velfie, you are first to see them. What do you do?
That's weird. Why are they laughing at us? They haven't actually made an attack, have they?
They have not, but they have stopped. They are armed. Some of them are armed, some of them are not. They look very beautiful.
They're fairies. I don't care. There we go. Psychic teleportation. 70 meters. 70 feet, whichever you
Ooh.
prefer.
All right. Where are you going?
Yeah, that'll do.
You move in there? And when
Yeah.
you zip up and pop up, they turn and look at you for a bit. You good, Trashy?
Okay. Yep. Absolutely.
Jeez.
But yeah, 24 to hit.
Who you hitting at?
Uh,
That one right there, the green? Alright.
yeah.
24 hits.
And then bonus attack. With
Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
do what? What'd you do?
I accidentally hit everybody. Hang on. Yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
So Sacred Blade, another 24. Awesome.
Nice.
With 6 damage, apparently.
Alright. She's like, ow! Is that all for you?
Yes.
Alright. Tio.
Lizard boy. I hate to be the voice of reason, but you don't have to hit everything that laughs at you. I'm dreadfully sorry for my friend here. We're just heading to Fandolin, and we have no reason to fight these things. We have no reason to fight you. Velfie, come back over here. We've got a child with us.
And do you hold or do you stay?
I am going to stand in front of the child.
Stand in front of Gary. You want to hold an action?
Slapping some sense into Velfie, is that an action?
I mean, you'd have to teleport.
I will hold a rapier attack if they come close to us on the side.
Alright. You are holding your action. Gary uses his free action to say, What do I do? I told you I needed a weapon. I need a weapon. Somebody hand me something. And he kind of hides behind your, like, where your tail is, and just kind of peeps out from behind it. Ima, what do you want to do?
Hey, we mean you no harm. We have no desire to harm you, but we'll defend ourselves if you attack us. And
Alright. And you holding an action as well?
I'll hold short sword attack, and I'll take out my shield.
Alright. It is the beautiful green dryad's turn. She is going to look at you, Velfie, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me. To beat a 14. You look at her and she's like, why would you do that to me? I am your friend, and you are charmed by this creature, which means that you cannot attack her. You regard the Dryad as a trusted friend to be heeded and protected. You can make a saving throw on your turn if you'd like to do that, and that's all she's gonna do. This male fey-like creature, you know what? He doesn't care. So you're gonna get attacked, which I feel you're going to break you out of charm anyway. He's gonna attack you with his multi-attack, which is 2 longsword attacks. The first one for a 23 to hit, which is gonna give you 10 slashing. And the second one for a 17 to hit, which is a further 9 slashing. And that is what he's going to do for now. this orange, autumn-colored looking Fae person is going to ask all of you, well, not ask all of you, because you are within 60 feet, make a wisdom save for me. You need to beat a 16. Nina saves.
Natural one.
Oh no.
Nice
I'm
down.
gonna use one of my advantages.
Yes.
Please. Oh my god.
Yeah. Tio, anyone that's under a 15, you all have seen her wave at all of you, and you will be charmed by this Eladrin for the next minute, unless, of course, you are hit. Zenora, you are next. What are you gonna do?
So Nora knows something's not right. So she's going to roll a wisdom save. She knows it doesn't feel right.
I beat a 15.
Well, it's a 17 plus 8, so I'm sitting there going, yes!
Now you shake it off.
Is that my whole turn, or do I still get a bonus action?
That's your action. You can have a bonus action.
Okay, so she will move in front of Gary, so here, and she will produce her flame blade at 2nd level, which is a bonus action. She can't do anything, but that's what she's got. She's got flame blade out.
Alrighty. Alright. Marigold is going to say, do you want me to get Gary away from here, or do you want me to stay and fight? Let me know. And she's going to get in front, right there, and cast Bless on Ema, Zenora, and Tio. So you guys will have Bless. Velfie, it is you.
So with that being said, it's attack the same one. 25 to hit. And 4 damage.
Nice.
And then, because I don't like these odds, I'm getting the hell out of there.
All right. Where are you moving? You teleportation.
And that's it for me.
All right. Tio. You are up.
So I'm going to try and wisdom save.
All right.
What was that?
Ooh. That was nice.
Oh, that's my bless.
Yeah, your bless is added already.
Oh.
Nice, huh?
Yeah. Yes, cleric, take the boy. We should all go. We don't want to mess with the Fae. And I sort of look back at Velfie, and I'm like, you idiot.
That's your turn?
That's my turn.
All right. Gary is going to, he's going to take out a pencil and arm himself. I don't see Gary as a runner. I would say you should run, but I don't see him as a runner. He's going to arm himself, and he's going to pick up a couple stones. And he's ready. Ema, you were up.
Alright. Ema is going to not run away either. I am going to cast Charm on the red person.
All right.
So he can do the wisdom save.
You make a wisdom save. All right. She makes a wisdom save for a 16.
Okay, well, she passes. You bitch.
She giggles at you.
Ema giggles back. I don't know if there's anything else I can really do. I'd definitely stay put.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to stay put and just leave it at that. I assume she'd know that I was trying to charm her back.
Mm-hmm. This dryad, she's going to move closer. She's going to hover over the water and just look at you smiling. Kind of creepy, actually. But this fellow need you all to make a wisdom save, not for this charm, but he starts to grimace and crack his neck, and he's trying to frighten you. I'll make a wisdom save. This is within 60 feet. You need to beat a 16 again.
Natural 20 for a 28.
Nice. Zenora is used to her brother frightening people, but Tio, Velfi, Ima. Oh, I gotta do Marigold again. You are frightened. You can, same thing, repeat.
Oh,
These rolls tonight, guys. All right.
that's still fail.
So you are frightened. Those of you that saved, same thing. You are immune to the frighten. This autumn, she's going to look at the dryad over this way, and she's going to heal her with a cure wounds. Oof. All right.
For fuck's sake. Sonora's going to... Oops. At 4th level, going to cast Scorching Ray, which will give her 5 rays.
Nice.
She's going to do this one here first, because it healed. That is, and I gotta go back because it's 16 to hit.
The misses.
Go for it again. Miss again. Go for it again. That will hopefully hit with a 23.
Yep.
Okay, and that is 3d6, I believe it is. No, 2d6. That is 6 points of fire damage.
All right.
She'll go again. And miss again. I think I've got one more, don't I?
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
That's 4, so yeah.
And that's a 19.
19 is what you need.
And that is 7 points of
Fire.
of fire damage. And at 3rd level, she's going to touch Vilfi on the back and go, we should have kept walking, and cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level, which is 38. And he will get
So is your
20 points of healing.
Did
So
you
is your
just use
scorching
the
ray
level
in
stuff?
action?
Yeah, but my
So you can do a cantrip.
oh shit.
Yeah.
Leveled.
No, I just realized it was a spell. Never mind.
Yeah.
No,
Unless,
well, that's all I can do.
I'm trying to think how you could heal him, but unless it's
Nope.
a cantrip. Yep. So
No, I just realized.
you can move. Do you want to move or you want to stay?
I will, and I can't pull anything out of my backpack as bonus action, which kind of sucks. So I'm going to go around here, in front of Vilfi.
Alrighty. Marigold is gonna move back a bit and cure wounds on Velfi. She reaches out to touch him with just a minor one, and that's going to give you, Velfi, a 9. I'll roll my d20 just to see if I get anything. I do not. And that is Marigold's turn. Velfie, you are frightened. It is your turn. You can make a wisdom save and see if you can get out of it. If you wish, but that will be your action.
I'm only frightened against the one that casts it, aren't I?
Yeah.
Alright.
You have to move away. I think you have to spend it moving away, though.
How far do I have to be away from you?
Leave. I think you have to spend your action moving as far away as you can. Nate would know this. He's he's a fear expert.
If you're frightened, you have to spend your movement to run away.
Yep.
Okay.
Or you can do your save.
As long as they're in your line of sight, or in the creature's line of sight.
Okay.
So, turn away from the thing that is frightening me. I will pick up the boy. Throw a pencil at them if they follow us. I'll try and pick him up. I'm guessing.
Yeah, you can
We'll
pick
see.
him up.
Yeah? He's not too heavy?
Nah, you're Leon and he's little, yeah.
Yeah. And I will move as far away as I can, which is 40 feet. With the boy. So probably half that. Carrying something.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah. And he's not a sack of spuds, is he? So.
Yeah.
How about there?
Gary is going with you, so he's gonna do his turn and move with you.
Yeah, I'll have him slung so he's sort of like facing the back of us so he can throw pencils.
Nice. Ema. Do you want to make a wisdom save?
Yeah, I'm going to.
Alright.
18.
Alright. So you don't have to worry.
Also, that double roll, that was a disadvantage roll
Oh, was it? Yeah.
because I'm frightened.
That makes sense. There you are. You have it removed from you. You passed the roll. What do you want to do as your bonus action?
Oh, so that's an action to get rid of that, is it?
Yeah, to make the save, yeah.
Alrighty, I'm going to move down to... Not with that, I'm not. Move to there. I'm going to target... I'm going to drop a thing with my bonus spell where... Oh, fuck it, I'll use Deadly Beyond. I can find it. I will cast Healing Spirit and drop it right on top of Velfie for 9 points of healing damage.
There you go, Velfie.
And that will remain on top of, which ironically as it is, looks like a little Fae Fairy. Transparent Fae Fairy directly above his head. And that's all I can do.
This dryad is going to cast a spell on herself. And she's going to move toward Velfie. And try to hit him with her shillelagh, with her club. 16 is your AC. 16 to hit. You only get a 1. And that is her. The Eladrin over here is going to move forward to Zenora. And he's going to do a multi-attack on her. He's going to try. 14's going to miss her. And he swings back forward again and misses again. The autumn colored one is going to come forward as well. But stay hovering over the water. And I need everyone in 20 feet, so I need my little radius thing. So Zenora, Marigold, and Ema. That's 19.5. Would Ema be in that? Yeah, to make a charisma save for me. I need 2 beats. Oh, 13? No, you need to beat a 15. No, 16 actually. Marigold's gonna make hers.
Not a chance in hell she fails.
She's doing a calm emotions, which you guys are very familiar with, as Marigold has used it on you before. Oof. Marigold gets it too. And you 3 start to feel really calm, like maybe it's not so bad. Maybe these people are good. However you want to interpret your calming emotions is up to you. This sprite is going to go invisible. Zenora, it is up to you. It's your turn.
Well, any panic that she had about Gary being unprotected or anything is gone, but she's in a happy place and fighting. That's her happy place.
There you go. It's a way to look at it.
So she is still going to attack the one in front of her with the flame blade.
All right.
So that is, and I still got bless.
Yes, so far.
That is a 14. I know that misses.
Yeah.
She's going to use her scimitar, because I'm guessing I can still... That was always the question, because one's a magic blade, the other one's a real blade. We never worked out whether that was
Does it imbue onto your weapon?
Well, I always decided that it would.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because you have a scimitar.
Yeah. So I'll do the second attack, which won't have the modifier, and that will miss as well.
All right.
I will leave it at that until they get closer.
All right. These Marigold's going to start backing away, but she's keeping out her mace and holding it up and watching where Tio and Velfi are. And she's going to kind of stand in between, and she's going to hold an action. It is up to you, Velfi. What do you want to do?
I'm going to attack the one that's attacking me directly.
Yes, because she did hit you, so your frightened's off. Wait, no, that doesn't work. You're still frightened, aren't you?
Yes.
And you'll get a further 0.7 points of healing damage from the fairy.
Yeah.
My fairy.
Points. Okay.
Nice. That's gonna hit. It's gonna hit? Yes, it's gonna hit her. Yep.
That's 7 and an N. That one.
Yeah, no.
And that's it for me.
That is it for you. All right. Tio.
You're incredibly light, boy. You should eat more. I wonder if they would have played cards with me. It'd been far more interesting than what we're doing now. And I'm going to just keep walking.
All right.
Another 20 feet. Oops, damn it.
I'm assuming
Measure,
we're going
not
this way.
point. We're going. We're on the road again.
All right. Ema, you're up.
Emma is going to calmly pull out his bow.
Go for it.
Oh, and I might as well roll my last bloody healing thing on, what's his name, as well. He gets further 5 points of healing for Velfi. And I am going to target the flying one above the water with my bow.
Go for it.
And I have to figure out how to attack. Yeah, in there. 21 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
12 points of piercing damage.
Alright. 26. Yeah.
26 to hit.
Nice.
With 5 points of piercing damage.
Dryad is gonna try and hit back at you, Delphi. And she's gonna miss. He's gonna use his multi-attack again on Zenora. 17, which will be 9 slashing. And a 19, which is 8 more slashing. And he's going to say, "Get out of our woods." And it is the autumn turn. She's going to Fey step over. Where can she go? Over to here. And that is her turn for now. And this little fella is invisible. And it is you, Zenora. What do you want to do?
All you need to do was just ask, and she will summon her wild spirit. Which will mean
He needs to make a save.
he does need to make a save.
It's a wisdom save, yes?
Dex save.
Dex save.
I think so. Give me a sec. I'm trying to see.
I have your wild spirit here. I made him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a dex saving throw.
Alright, he
Of
probably
16.
fails because he got an 11.
Yeah. And so he'll take, I think it's just take 5 points of fire. Wait a sec, just making sure because I keep sitting there trying to think I've got it right or wrong.
Oh, I wrote it down. Okay, 2d6. Dex saving throw 16 or
Oh, it's 2d6,
2d6.
so I thought so. I was looking at the other one, so that's so it's 6 points
Nice.
of fire damage, and then she's going to teleport 15 feet away,
Nice.
and he'll have to make another dex saving throw.
Awesome. And he gets I don't know why I gave him 2. He got a 21 on the first one, so he made a save. I think I accidentally clicked it twice. And
So if he makes saves, that's fine. I'm just going. Yep.
Alright, that's you.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah? Alright.
Mhm.
This one's gonna go invisible. Followed by this one. Marigold is go over to you quickly and give you a cure wounds again, which you will get a 5 points of healing. And she's gonna say, "Come on, Velvy, time to go." And she did not get her critical heal. It's up to you, Velvy. What do you want to do? You can make your save if you wish, or you can do it like.
With what Marigold said, I'll grumble and moan and use my teleportation and go that far.
20?
It's there.
Alright. The rest of this, I guess we're going to make a choice with Tio. Tio, do you stay on this map, or are you choosing to keep moving?
It's about time you saw sense. Let's go. You don't get anything fighting Fae other than floral scents. Out.
And do you move? Do all of you agree to go with Velfi mutual agreement? Or do any of you want to stay and fight?
Sonora will leave a gift of flowers as she leaves as an apology for our illustrious friend attacking first. And she will say it in Elvish because that's what she knows. And that's one of the languages she spoke when the last time she encountered a Fae spirit. So.
Alright. The druid's leaving flowers. I will take you guys out of initiative.
As a Fey Wanderer ranger, Ema bows and walks away.
Alright. Travel up the Sword Coast.
As we're walking out, Sonora's going to, in Draconic, turn around and say, Fluffy, you don't have to fight everything. And you owe me flowers. And I'm going to give you a list and you got to find them. You should know you collect them for your sister.
You guys are moving. I need one more survival check from Ema. You guys are pretty much booking it.
I will assist at this point, considering we've been attacked. So I will be on the lookout with him. So I'll give him advantage if that's okay.
Actually, what is your favorite terrain, Ema? Is your favorite terrain the forest?
I don't have one.
Okay. Right, you can take advantage on the roll.
Well, I don't need it because I got a nat 20 on the first one.
Nice.
For
Awesome.
26.
Yep. You guys are making your way, and you will arrive at Fandolin at 5 o'clock in the evening. And you did start very, very early. You see the sun starting to go lower into the evening sky. You guys arrive at Fandolin. You see your familiar places, Barthen's, the Stonehill Inn, the Harbin Westers at the town hall, walking in. It's pretty busy. Things look well in Fandolin. It's 5 o'clock. Gary is super excited, but the last time he was here is when he got to meet Ema. And stayed with friends. So what do you guys want to do now that you're here?
You still owe me flowers. Go get them before bed. I'll need them for tomorrow. I'm going to speak with Harbin and see if there's been any more mischief.
This would be the first time Belfie's been here, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would be.
So yeah, I'll go hunt for those flowers, and I'll grab whatever flowers that are around in town, whether they be in a bed or not.
Oh, for God.
Most of the stuff that Sonora picks are wildflowers, but I think there's, dandelions or something. Anyway, Tio, do you want to scare the crap out of a human?
Yeah, why not?
You're never gonna believe there's a third Leilon. Alright. Yuri and Sonora will take Tio with her to go and see Harbin.
Harbin is actually at the town master hall and not his home. He is busy at work. He hears the door and he's like, "Know that I'm old and bony," and he's like,
Oh, don't start that again, Harbin.
Sonora.
Hello, Harbin. By the way, another one. And I'll just move over and point to Tio behind me.
These siblings, jeez. I went from seeing no Leonans to all Leonans.
Bones make a fine stock, by the way.
Ah, nice, nice. So you also frighten people. Is Emo with you?
Yes, he's with his fiance.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's getting married.
Yeah,
Ah.
I thought I might break the news so you didn't see it.
Well, you know,
You know, I thought that might be best.
you know.
Has any more undead or Merkel people coming around this area?
Undead and Merkel people. Well, we've had those cultist problems when you guys were here. You remember that? And the
Yes.
vampire spawn, that's kind of undead. But after they were dispatched, we had a little stirring to Talos here and there in town. But other than that, no.
Pretty, my brother was probably being sulky and didn't want to come. He would have liked to have hit a few Talos people. What about you? And she'll look back at Theo.
What about me? What? Talos?
Yeah, cultists. You like to beat on them?
I would like to attack them. Careful
Yes,
of your
beat on
word.
them. Oh! 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 I forgot you guys did that.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. Anyway, Haben.
Yeah.
So you haven't seen anything else or anything like that?
No. Nope. Finland's pretty safe.
I have two questions. Outside that one. Which way did Thea go? Which direction?
She went up towards the north. Towards Neverwinter. Big towns, big city.
Have they heard anything from her?
No, we don't get much mail down here unless,
Adabra Nordo?
She doesn't really talk to me. I've been trying, so she's been giving me the cold shoulder. I wave, but she just keeps walking on. My love life's, that's not, no, that's just no.
What's a love life?
Exactly. So.
The other one, and she'll describe the cottage that she saw in her vision when she was on the island. Whereabouts she kind of thinks it is, and she'll mention it to Haben. These people, have they come back yet? I know I'm probably a day early. They probably won't be back till tomorrow.
That's the Grey Wind's house.
Grey Winds?
Leilon and her mom live there. She owns the Leilon Coster.
What was that? The
Leilon, Grey Wind. She's the younger. She's the daughter, and her mom. They own the Leilon Coster, where you get the horses and the armaments and stuff. Her mom's at home. I think she's working at the Costa right now, though.
Oh. Okay. Thank you, Haben. I owe you a drink. We'll probably see if we can get some rooms at the Stonehill. I know it's been really busy lately.
Yeah. I'll see you guys down there.
Thank you, Haben. Is there anything you want to do, Teal?
We're here for an errand for you. I don't believe I've been here before.
Oh, would you like me to show you around?
I can wander around while you do other things if you...
Not tonight. No. Not tonight. And she'll say, well, this, and she'll point out the town hall. That's the line she across the sleeping giant is down here, and I'm going to the Stonehill Inn, and they have some pretty good people there. Oh, and let's not go to Barton's Provisions, okay? We'll be good.
Why?
It's embarrassing. And she'll just start walking to the Stonehill Inn. And he has no clue where Barton's Provision is, so we'd have to ask.
You know I want to go now.
We're gonna skip to Ema, and then we're gonna go to Nat for the ending. Ema, Marigold, Gary, Velfie. I don't know if you're tagging along with them or you followed Zenora and them. It's up to you before I start on Ema.
Still collecting those flowers.
You're right. Ema, where would you think to go first in your quest?
I'd probably go to the Stonehill, the inn, and see if we can get a room for Marigold and Gary to put their stuff in.
All right, you go in, and Toblin is there, and he's like, "Oh my, wow, there's a face I haven't seen in a while. How you been? Oh, you're in chainmail and all. Yeah, nice. What are you looking for? Coming to stay for the night?
Yes, good to see. It's good to see this place is looking much better.
I mean, it's thriving since we've gotten popular with all the gossip of everything that's going on in Fandolin. Since you guys were here, it's pretty good. Life's been pretty good. I can get you guys all a room. You got the same group you're traveling with, or?
Oh, no. Zenora's around, and a couple others. A couple of news people.
Oh, you're training people now. That's even better. All right. So.
Yeah.
All right, I'll get you some rooms, and well, I'll have dinner waiting if you're gonna stay the night.
Excellent. That is the plan.
And there it goes. Like, right? Do you wanna look around by yourself, or do you want me to stay here with Gary and get him settled in, and cleaned up?
Do you wanna take my stuff up to the room for us and take Gary up and get him settled and everything? I just want to ask a couple of people.
All right.
See if there's anything.
You ask around? What are you asking?
I'll go to the bartender and say, I'm looking for a guy. Sort of looks like me, a bit taller. Probably wearing some sort of cloak. It might have been with a paladin or a wizard.
There's a lot of guys with cloaks that come through Fandolin that are wizards and paladins and do you have any? Do you have a name or a paladin? A paladin of, like, how long ago was this? You thinking?
Oh, a few years ago now. Might have been a decade.
I'm gonna roll, and I want you to roll. Roll me a d20 and tell me what you get.
$19.
You hear a dagger hit the table behind you, and you hear a paladin with a guy that looked like you a decade ago. And you hear Halia's voice. I know of a paladin that traveled with someone dark-haired like you. About 15 years ago.
Let me buy you a drink and we should talk.
20 gold.
So be it. And walk over and put 20 gold on the table.
What do you want with that paladin?
I'm actually looking for the guy that was with him.
I don't know much about the guy that was with him. He looked pretty shady. I know shady. I don't know
Yes.
about the paladin, however.
Well, if we could find him, then I'm sure I could find the shady one.
He was a tabaxi. Worshipped here. You can find him. I'll draw you a map. She draws you a map and passes it over to you.
Okay. Where does the map show it? Is on? I mean, is it?
It's on the outskirts of Vandalin. And you could easily follow it if you choose to. She doesn't say anything else to you.
He sort of bows and thanks her for her time. He'd go up to the room and talk to Marigold. So I've been told where I might be able to go. If it's just on the outskirts of town, then I'll just go on myself.
Are you sure that's a good idea? I mean,
We can't leave Gary here, so you'll need to stay with him.
all right. As you go, we're gonna switch.
And he'd take his weapons with him.
Taking your weapons? All right. Gonna switch to Nat, who's been patiently sitting. Nat, back in town. Valdi's house sits at the end of the docks. You have all the time in the world if you wish to go see her. Tar says she's got something, but she wants to see you in the evening.
Okay. Yeah, so if Tar is taking her leave, Nate will take this opportunity to go see Valdi.
As you go to Valdi's home, it's a very modest place, almost in the swamp. If you were to look at it, you go across the bridge, and she's gonna let you in to her humble abode. She has food bubbling in a pot. She fills up 2 glasses of something, you're not sure what, passes one on the table and sits down very casually. I've got to put an observer token on. Well, with all the secrets, what are you here for?
It's not so much of a secret, Valdi. It's kind of, well, I guess to everybody else it may be. I just don't want a lot of things being thrown out there to cause unnecessary conjecture. And he looks at the glass on the table and picks it up and, kind of takes a bit of a sniff of it first and...
She's got wine.
He would have been used to that kind of thing back in the day, so yeah, he would take a slow sip or a pull, if you will, and kind of looking a bit uncertain. Ever since I began this journey here, it's reawoken something that I thought that was no longer part of me, but here it is. I don't know what it means. I don't know why it's revealing itself to me at this particular moment. Tar seems to think that you would at least shed some light on the subject. And he's kind of looking around, like being inside. It's kind of like, it's probably not a good idea I do this in your establishment.
Try me. And you see her wine get picked up by nothing and start to be drunk.
So Nate removes his gauntlet and puts it down on the table. And I assume this is a fireplace?
This is a fireplace, yes.
All right. He kind of moves over towards it and again just focuses, like puts out his hand once again, or his paw, and focuses once again on the fire to try and bring to life what has happened in the past with him.
So, I'll let you RP out what happens to your arm. I always RP it out, but what do you, if you're channeling your fire, what do you think is going to happen as you, this has been like a couple times now, so you're used to this feeling.
He again looks at the fire, and as the embers dance around in the flame, he kind of sees one that looks as it's about to shoot up the chimney, and he just draws the energy and sort of brings it to him and have it sort of hover and kind of dance around the palm of his paw. And sort of looks at Valdi for a moment, and then he goes, fuck it. And just sort of opens up his eyes again, looking directly at this dancing ember, and it just slowly pulses larger and larger, and the glow is just glowing until his whole paw is consumed in this flame. And there is a slight nervousness to what he's doing, because he just knows in the pit of his stomach that he just can't control this for too long. And after a while, the fear of that control sort of takes over a little bit and starts moving up his arm uncontrollably, and he's trying to Voldy can clearly see like he's struggling with the control.
She's gonna take your arm at the elbow and at the forearm with the flames, but they lick around her, seemingly not to hurt her, as she says, just channel that energy straight from your heart in a line down to your hand. And as you do so, you see it burn a little easier out the tips. And you see an imp appear on the table and start to laugh. Ah, that's a good one. You have magic in you. Tar didn't tell me that. That explains a lot of what she was saying.
It's only recently that I've told Tar. Felt that she needed to know.
You're wanting some guidance on how to use this more effectively. And unfortunately, all I know is more of a symbiotic relationship. I get my magic with the aid of kind of an unspoken promise with another. And she gestures towards the imp as her familiar. He's part of the deal. Tar said you would do anything. If that's the case, maybe making a pact with something is the right thing for you to choose. If it doesn't conflict with your oaths. I'm not religious. I'm not sure.
I'm definitely not religious.
Don't tell Marigold that.
My path was set the day Talus destroyed my Pride lands. While I may be a paladin, I'm not a paladin governed by a deity or a god. This is my path. And my path is to conquer and bring down Talus. And I will do whatever it will take to be better, to be stronger.
I can teach you some now. But I'd say once this deal with the dragon's all over, you'll take some more time. Choose what you want to do. Pacts you can't get out of. What do you say?
So I guess this is the reason why the druid was unable to help me.
We each learn differently. Your path is not the same. I know my path with my family was not the same. It all leads to the same ends. You willing to work with me today?
As long as I'm back to Tar by the evening.
Yes, she told me she has an idea to help with her fear, and I just kind of laughed at her, which she did not appreciate. And then, we duked it out, and off she is. So,
She's not gonna. No, no, she's gonna do something reckless, isn't she?
and that's to her. So, you work into the evening. Valdi tells you to go to Marigold's, where you see candles in the backyard, leading to the backyard. You go in the backyard, and there's 2 glasses of ale, a nice little dinner, and more candles on a boat made with drawings all across it. The boat's on land, like a fort. She's sitting inside of it. Baby steps, right? We start here in the boat. Eventually, it'll be on water. Not so nervous, huh? I mean, I'm sure Marigold and them are okay with it. I'm not hurting anything. What we do in the boat, then,
I mean, unless there's some magic around here, who's gonna know?
Right? Ha! These drawings are pretty dark, though. I feel like we need to have a talk with Gary. Some of these are, whew. He's a little rogue in the making.
Well, he's got a good lineage behind him, so I think I think that little fellow will be fine.
I mean, they're probably fine. They're probably bored out of their minds. What could go wrong, right? It's Vandalin, Nothing happens in Vandalin.
I wouldn't be so sure of that.
You'll be fine. And she raises a glass to you, and she says, I promise no catnip this time. And we will end our session there, so that you have lots of stuff that you guys can do for our next session. Meet with the Alliance Cluster, and Ema gets to find out what Ema gets to find out. We'll have to find some stuff for Velfie. Favorite moments. I started with Zenora last time, so I'll start over with Zenithor this time on the other side of the overlay. What do you think?
I'll try not and take everything away from the group. I did put down a fair bit, but the Tio Zenora conversation, just kind of the little back and forth between those two, where they're kind of opening up a little bit more to each other and maybe trying to show a bit of forgiveness and acceptance between the two. I thought that was a very good conversation between those two.
Nice. And if you guys have extras at the end, just shout them out at the end. Velfie.
My favourite moment would have to be the perfect timing of Theo's telling the kids off.
That was pretty
good.
It
was more the perfect timing of me unmuting as he yelled.
yeah, that's right. It's a double thing.
That's it.
Emma, do you want me to skip you so you have more at the end, or do you want to just do one and then see if everybody else has something?
Oh, just got a couple. I mean,
all right, go for it.
To go with Zenithor's back and forth, saying back and forth between Zenora and Tio's, the moment when they're like, okay, I'll speak Draconic, and then they're like, no, I'll speak Leonin, and then he says, I'll speak Abyssal. And she's like, damn it.
That's pretty funny.
Yanti's, sorry, your laugh, your imp laugh
My imp
cracked me
laugh?
up
Yeah.
when you summon the imp, and Velpy jumping into combat. I'm just gonna go straight over there and attack. Even though they are just laughing at us. All right, I'm gonna attack.
I mean, I probably would have done the same thing if I was player. I'd be like, yeah, attack it. We're in initiative. Come on.
They laughed at me. What do you expect?
Don't laugh at the lizard.
I'll leave it at that.
Tio.
Tio don't play with no fae, mostly because it rhymes. I liked Ema hanging the carrots out on the washing line. I'm like, what is going on with this? Velpy blowing raspberries at his kin. I thought that was really funny. And Zenora's conversation with Harbin, and sort of we've been waiting to head to Phandalin for so long, and finally to be doing it. It's going to be interesting. A bit sad that we've split the party a bit, but I'm sure there's reasons and stuff. So
What could go wrong?
yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
Zenora.
I loved the little hat comment and dressing differently. I like that little interaction, and I'm so disappointed that Zenora didn't hear it because she would so have brought him a hat or something along those lines
I mean, his
and
sister
just
might.
popped it on there. She kind of views Velpy as a little brother anyway, so that's kind of where she's sitting there. And the whole Velpy turning around and going, I'm going to say what flowers? I'm going to pick any of them. They could be in gardens or
Yeah, we're gonna
wherever they are, the wildflowers. I also liked the idea of the fire coming to Nate. It's something that is part of the Golden Claw clan, and I liked how his interpretation of how that fire comes about, whereas Zenora had hers from very, very young with the braids being born with them. So I kind of like that.
Yeah, good stuff. Anybody else have any extras now that that's all done? Okay, good. All right, I had a lot. I'm got a lot to prep and plan for next Friday. It's gonna be interesting. So, but you've given me lots of stuff to do, so we shall see. We will say goodbye. Goodbye, guys. Thanks for coming. See you later.